another class of English grammar. And as whenever we deal with some new topic of grammar, we try to create the relationship with that topic to our daily life. So today's topic that we're going to deal with actually creates a lot of image in our life, in the society that we live in. Like when you will go in an interview, or just suppose you're walking around a garden or a park and you're meeting someone new over there. It's your image that actually matters, like the way you talk, the way you will talk to that person in an interview, or the person who is walking, you just the way you talk to that person also. All these things, that the way you talk will actually create an image of yours in the mind of the others. Okay, so what is the topic? Image. Okay, so an image will be formed in someone's eyes about you by the way you talk. So let's suppose you went to your friend's house and you were doing a project of your friend. Now your friend suddenly comes and tells that, oh my god, there's an error in your work and you must rectify this error. So what she's telling? She's telling you must. So when she talks to you in this tone of an order that you must rectify that, then what happens? A bad image is created in your mind about that person. Oh my god, this person is so rude. At least it happens with me so many times, when someone uses this type of wrong words in a sentence, when interaction, it creates a very bad image of that person in our mind. Like we think that, oh my god, this person does not even have a way of talking, she's not even polished, she doesn't even know how to interact. So this type of an image comes in our mind, and what happens? We generally move away from those person. Okay, those can't deal with all those person who don't know how to talk. Okay, why? Because we don't want to get hurted. We always want to get happy, we want to live happily, we want to give happiness everywhere. So when we get this type of behavior in a very ordering tone, in an unjustified manner, so that creates a very negative image. Now, suppose that friend comes and tells you that, oh, thank you so much, you have been working so hard, but can you please rectify this? So what is the word instead of must? What is the word used here? Can. Okay, so the word instead of must used here is can. Now you can see that when that person is telling you in this manner that can you please do this, then what we think, okay, she is so good, she's talking to me like this, I will give my 100% and I will make her project better. Okay, so in an interview also, if you talk to the person in a very calm tone, in a very positive manner, by using proper words, so that creates what? An image of yours in front of others. Okay, so this is a way of talking, this is a way of using certain words in order, in request, in command, and in many things, the words that actually particular go with those type of sentences. Okay, so that brings us to our new topic, which is known as modals. So here we will see where can should be used, where should be used, where will should be used, and all those sorts of things which actually helps us to create a better image in the mind of someone else with whom we are going to talk. Okay, so grammar is not only about just learning and creating proper sentence construction. In English, when you talk to someone, it depends 110% on the representation, on the grammatical way of speaking, on your tone, and on your sophisticated terms, that the person in front of you will think that you are not just a literate person, but also you are a very cultured and a polished person. Okay, you're very polished. So we will deal with this topic modals, when we will see that where you can't use, oh, you have done a mistake and you must rectify it. Instead, we will see that how should you talk, like can you just rectify it. So we will see that how certain words in sentences creates a wrong image in the mind of others, and how should those words be used properly to create a proper image. Okay, so let's start today's topic. So what are modals and how are they used? We will see that first. Okay, So these are auxiliaries such as can, must, could, would, etc., which are used with main verb. Used with what? Used with the main verb. So modals are those auxiliaries such as can, must, could, would, etc., which are used with the main verbs to express such ideas. To express what? To express ideas. As I was telling you that certain times can is used to express one sort of idea, must is used to express one sort of idea. So they actually expresses certain ideas. Okay. So this is the work of the modal, and they are used with the main verbs and they are the auxiliaries. Okay. Like ideas such as possibility, permission, etc., as we were talking about. Okay. So these are the examples like can, must, could, would. Okay, so this is the basic thing. So this type of definition or this sort of thing is not necessary. This is just for the idea. And as you have already dealt with modals in class 8, 9 and all those classes, so you're comfortable with this thing. So this is nothing new to them. So as we are just getting another revision sort of thing of this chapter where we will deal with this thing. Okay, so this is not necessary in your exam. Okay, now what type of a pattern will be there for modals? According to new thing, we are expecting MCQ sort of questions on grammar. Okay, so we have a chance that MCQ sort of questions will come for modals, and as many as 10 marks could be allotted for grammar in our new pattern. So we can expect a whole lot of marks from this modal sections, and this is the application in MCQs. Okay, and this is in your grammar portion. Okay, so these things are not necessary. So what is necessary, we will see to it. But before that, let us discuss the characteristics of modals. What the characteristics? So firstly, as far as characteristics are concerned, they don't use ing or ed. Okay, like you can never see can plus ing. Okay, we don't use certain things. Okay, like ed, can plus ed, canned. No, we don't use these things. So no ing or ed is used in modals. Next, they don't use S or ES. Okay, what again they don't use? They don't use S and ES. Now, number 3, they they actually quotients, when we use quotient sort of things, in what? We're using this model when quotient types of sentences are formed, that is interrogative sentences are formed. They are formed without do or does. Okay, in present tense and did in the past tense. So this is not a thing that we don't use do or does or did in sorts of quotients where modals are used. Like, can I help you? Okay, this is a sentence, can I help you? So here this modal is used. So do we see any do, does or did in this sentence? No. Why? Because a modal is used, so we are not using any do, does or did in this sentence. Okay, so this is another characteristics. And finally, when negative sentences are concerned, a not is added or a short not is added. Okay, so what is added? A not is added or a short not is added, like cannot or can't. Okay, So cannot or can't, in this you can see a not is added and a short nt is added. So okay, so these are the characteristics. Again I'm telling you, these types of question will not come that write down the characteristics or write down this is ing added or is es added. These types of questions are not going to come. But still, why did we do this? We do this just to make this chapter a bit more comfortable to us. Okay, now we will deal with must. Okay, I will just show you certain things that how must is used. Okay, how is it used? It's used for all persons in present. Okay, in present tense it is used for all persons, and not only in present but also in future. Okay, so in both present and future tense it is used for all types of person. Okay, the negative of it is, the negative of must is, do you know? Short nt is added. Okay, what is added? A short nt is added, mustn't. Okay, and in interrogative what happens? Must I. Okay, so this must is used in both negative sentence, I mustn't do this or I must not do this, and in interrogative sentence also it can be used like must I. Okay, must I do this type of a thing. Okay, now we will see that what does must expresses. So again this is not going to come, so this is just for the clearance of the idea must. Now the main thing that how it's going to come and what are the things necessary for us to know as much as syllabus or examination is concerned. Okay, so now must expresses. Okay, so what does must express? Okay, first, obligation. Obligation means I'm obliged, means so there's a sentence, you must obey your parents. Okay, so here I can see the must is used that you're obliged, that you have to, that sort of thing. Okay, you must obey your parents means that is a very necessary thing. When things are so necessary, when an obligation is involved over there, then what we use must. Okay, next, next is compulsion. Compulsion means when you have to do something and that is something which you can't avoid, means that is compulsory, means you have to give your exam. So in that case, in that sort of compulsion, must is used. Like okay, you must answer all the questions. So here you can see that you have to answer all the questions. So you have a compulsion to answer all the questions. So must is used over here. Fine. After obligation and compulsion, we will see for something which is probably true. Okay, something which is probably true, like there must be some mistake. Like suppose someone is working in your home to fix the light. Okay, but after he fixes the light, still when you're switching the lights, when you just switching on the light switch, then what is happening? The light is still not lit. Okay, still the light is not lit. So what do you think? That there must be some mistake in the work they have done. That is why the condition that is which is happening, that is there is no light, that condition, that negative condition is still prevailing even after you bought an electrician and he worked in the line of the connectivity of the light. Still when you're putting on the switch, the light is not there. Okay, so what do you think? There must be some problem, there must be something which the electrician has done, and that is why the light is still off. Okay, so now you understand, when the result is not according to you, then you know that there must be some sort of problem in the work process. In that time, when you are sure that there is a problem in the work process, and that is why the result is negative or positive in front of you, then you use what? Then you use must. That is, there must be some mistake, something which is probably true, that is the light is not there. So something which is probably true, we know that, so there must be some mistake. Clear? So here we use must. Negative. Okay, in sort of negative, you must not come here. So this is a very clear line. You must come here, you must not come here. So we don't have to argue anything with this. Now another thing, when you give an emphatic advice, what? An emphatic advice. Okay, when you give an emphatic advice, in that sense also you use the word must. Emphatic advice means like, you like this person, you like that this is your friend, okay, he or she or whatever it is your friend, and you concerned about his or her health because she is having fever. So in that case, when you know that she is that person whom you are talking to, or let me suppose that your friend's mother is whom you are talking to in phone, and you come to know that your friend is suffering from certain problem, then what you do, you feel a very sort of emotions in yourself. You feel, no, this is not right, that my friend is not okay. So at that time, what do you give? You give an advice. What type of an advice? An emphatic advice. Means an advice where there is full of emotions, where there is full of concern. So in that case, you say she must consult a doctor. You are giving an emphatic advice. You are not telling that can you please show a doctor or like that sort of thing. You're not talking in that manner, or you're not talking to someone like you should see a doctor. No, but you're telling she must, means she has to do this thing. So that is a concern. So in that type of talks, when you're talking to someone like that manner, then you're going to use what? Must. Clear?